I think it's really tough for a woman to date a man that's not in her bracket. And if she making $20,000 more than him, then she's gonna be a different woman than if she wasn't in that position. That's the whole purpose of the feminist movement. So women don't feel like they was trapped. So women don't feel like that men are controlling them. But now they get the money and they become the controller.
They came clean, so really it's because they realize that they're the bitch in the situation. You're the bitch in the situation.
I understand that is the majority. That sucks. I've been in the position where I've been with guys that were well established, well traveled, and everything, but they've done it all. So I wasn't really able to experience anything new. I've dated the guys where I've had more money and I was able to introduce them to new things. That's I love better. For me, it's never an ego thing, but that goes back to what's in you. Money will enhance it when it comes out.
Absolutely.
Okay, ladies, real fast. Ladies, for the 8 of y'all who got money in here. There we go. There we go.
Not too much on Orlando.
Talk about it.
Not too much on Orlando.
That's crazy.
Talk about it.
No, we
Listen.
don't talk about it.
Listen. Hold on. Listen. When y'all make this money, it changes of course, the air that you breathe. It changes, of course, the way that you speak to men, handle men. If the money you make changes your attitude towards men, it's not the fact that you make that amount of money. It's the fact that you're a bitch with that amount of money.
Nah, fuck no. Nah, it's the fact. Nah.
Check this out, right? This goes back to the men don't communicate, right? He made a clear statement.
If the money you make changes your attitude towards men, it's not the fact that you make that amount of money. It's the fact that you're a bitch with that amount of money.
Nah, fuck no.
It ain't that. It's that you're just a bitch with money. He said that, and the first thing out of nah.
Nah, it's the fact. Nah.
Just like typical 68.2. As soon as a man say something, nah.
You could have said that. Come on it. You already said that way nicer.
Nah. You could have said that way nicer. Like, do women think about they can say something nicer when they say men?
Exactly.
It's dusty.
Could you imagine if you didn't take it nice, how I really was trying to say it to you? Because it's probably 10 times worse in my brain. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. But I've been talking real nice just because I don't want to offend or hurt anybody's manhood. I try to find the nicest way to say things. And I try not to say the first thing on my mind. My mom always told me to say the fifth thing that comes to your mouth, because your mouth is terrible. And I'm like, damn, I know.
Yeah, but what if you think it's nice and it's still not nice?
No, but even with that, we know when we send something that's going to cut you. That, I think, is the difference. Because I could think of a million things that's going to slice and dice you, but if I know that that'll really hurt you, I would never say that in a million years.
Oh, no, just don't come starting forward.
If
Don't
I'm a
think you're going to hurt my
nasty
feelings and I ain't
bitch,
going to hurt yours.
if I'm
Don't
a
think
nasty
you're going to
bitch,
hurt my
I'm going to
feelings.
say
I'm
the
not going to hurt
thing that's
yours.
going to hurt you the most. But that's the thing. If I'm respecting that man like that, he would never come at me like that. Ever.
But even if you
And
say
if
something,
he does come at me that's disrespectful to me, and he know that I'm not talking about something that he might have guessed. If you know that I feel this is disrespectful, I feel like if I call my nigga a bitch, that's disrespectful, and he's gonna feel. I would never call him that.
Absolutely.
If I feel that exact same way, why would you? I don't care how mad you get. Why would you call me a bitch? If you call me that, that's because I'm moving crazy. And I've been moving crazy for a while, because with a man, it's going to build up. With a woman, too. It takes a point, like a build up, when we get to the point where we reckless and we really are a bitch and we going to say whatever we say and we don't care how you feel. Because it done built up in me. I got to get this on my chest. So in that moment, yes, we're going to be a nasty bitch. Can we resolve that? Can we move forward that? Or do we just need to go about our business? But some stuff is disrespectful where like, nah, for you to say that, nah, you had to been feeling that, sitting on that for a little minute. I can't even rock with it.
If I say something that hurt your feelings, best believe you gonna say something to hurt my feelings. That's just the reaction. That's the reaction. So then that's why arguments is dangerous, because now it becomes we're fighting each other versus the issue. So when she say, well, you could have said it nicer, okay, he could have said it nicer, but they know that they on a panel and they say the most egregious things. They're gonna say some egregious things in this conversation probably. But when it comes to women hearing what men feel and think, oh, it's got to land so softly. It's got to not offend me. It's got to not hurt my feelings. It's got to not come off rude. It can't be misogynistic. It can't be one view. It's got to be, well, you do it too.
Women don't have a problem communicating as long as the problem is outside of her. You see what I'm saying? When we get to talk, when she's the issue, the communication don't be as back and forth. It don't be as open. It don't be like it should be. Now all of a sudden it's super defensiveness. Like when we get to talk, now all of a sudden you're not letting me finish sentences. Now all of a sudden it becomes a bunch of resistance.
Okay, so let's talk about it. The same way that you say that that as men y'all want women to create a safe space for y'all. Sometimes you have to do that for us too.
It can't never be, okay, maybe I am a bitch with money.
Nah, it's the fact. Nah.
That never crossed her mind.
Nah.
When it comes to arguments, you know, that's why I don't like arguments. I don't like chaos. I don't like none of that stuff, because, you know what I'm saying, out of the abundance of the heart does the mouth so speak.
Yes.
So sometimes, you know what I'm saying, when you get in an argument, I feel like if you say stuff that's below the belt or personal, or you bring up something that was vulnerable to you about, I feel like that's stuff that you wanted to say,
Right.
and you just didn't have the opportunity to say it. So now we're in this argument, oh shoot, I've been wanting to tell him this, boom, and you shoot off and say it. So even if I do forgive you, you know what I'm saying, in that moment, I'm still looking at you sideways, because now you have kind of broken that trust, or broken that way where I can be, you know what I'm saying, open, you know what I'm saying, to you, you know what I'm saying, in that regard. You can always, say stuff, you know what I'm saying, a different way for men and for women. You know what I'm saying? It's just that sometimes, whether it's the woman, she feel like, okay, well, I need to say this to get his attention. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes if it's on the other side, which I don't agree with, but if we were to say something, it's like, you didn't have to say that. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes that's just how it goes in this world between men and women, unfortunately.
And the thing is that we shouldn't have to say the most disrespectful thing in order to get your attention. Why is it that when I just come to you and say, listen, this is how I'm feeling, I don't want to feel like that, why can't it just be corrected there? Why does it have to build up and I got to keep talking to you about it to the point where now I'm being disrespectful?
Because it builds up, because it never gets resolved when it gets brought up initially. Anytime you ignore what the person's saying, it's going to build up. Because if you sit there and say, well, you do it too, or deflect whatever it is that I'm saying to you, and then I decide to shut down, and then you got old girl talking about, well, some men just not emotionally and psychologically capable of holding it. No, that ain't what it is. You lack emotional intelligence. No, that ain't what it is. You don't want to start yelling at you. You don't want to get angry where you feel like he either got to hit you or run. You don't want to trigger his fight or flight when it comes to his woman. You got to do that out in the world, walk around with on top of his toes. While y'all talk about 10 toes, niggas got to walk around on their toes all the time. They could just be driving down the street and the police change their life. Not to say that don't happen to women, but that happen to way more men. So all I'm saying is this: when it comes to that, we got to be cognizant that there is a difference.
Yeah.